Good morning, everybody, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. So let us get right into it and let's see what energy we have to navigate this week, and let's see what hacks Spirit has for us to help us to navigate the energetic weather that we're going to be dealing with this week. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what guidance is here. What energy are we going to have for Monday and Tuesday? We have the Five of Wands. And I had a sneaky suspicion that Spirit would have quite a long story for us today. And if you look at this card, these people are all having like one big fight there. They're battling each other and it's just not working. And please notice that each wand that everybody is kind of fighting with, they're all exactly the same. The people are all dressed exactly the same. Each person seems to be dressed in the same way, but they're kind of reaching for the light that's there. They're reaching towards the sun, okay? So this card speaks of conflict and differences of opinion. And if we look out at the world today, we can see that very, very clearly. There's a I'm right, you're wrong, you're right, they're wrong. There's a lot of division at the moment, okay? And that energy is thick and it feels heavy, and we can feel like we are walking through mud, and we can feel angry, irritated for no real reason, if that makes any sense, okay? But because we are all spirit in a physical vehicle and we're all unity consciousness, we are all one at the end of the day, we're all affected by the collective consciousness, okay? And at the moment, like I said, there's an enormous division, and it's heavy. The energy is awful. So what we want to do, right, is understand that as much as we're all dressed the same, we all have the same length of argument, okay? We all want the same thing too. We all want light and joy and peace and happiness. And what we as a collective need to understand, right, there is no wrong, right, or indifferent, actually. There's only what is true and good and right for you, right? And what I'm hearing Spirit say very loudly is stay in your own lane, okay? Don't get sucked into drama. And social media is a huge pariah when it comes to this. Everybody is a keyboard warrior, and everybody has an opinion on everything, and everybody wants to share their voice and share their opinion and be right ultimately, okay? But at the end of the day, we want to be staying in our own lane and sticking to what is our personal truth, what is your personal truth, and that is good and right for you. What is good and right for you might not be good and right for the next person, and that is okay, right? What is good and right for you is okay. Let us not fight with each other here, because at the end of the day, you know, fighting really doesn't help, okay, seriously, right? What do you want to understand? This is all of our goal. We all want happiness. We all want light. We all want the good stuff. So let us stay in our own lane and let us focus on that goal of the good stuff, and let us not get sucked into the drama, because that sidetracks us from the whole point, you know, of wanting the light, the peace, the joy, the happiness. And I'm hearing Spirit say love is the antidote. Love is the medicine at the moment. Love is the cure. Love is the antidote. So let us exercise compassion, because I'm hearing Spirit say that compassion is love in a dynamic form. Compassion is love in action, right? So how we can express that, even if the person next to us is highly annoying, highly irritating, doesn't have the same opinion as us, is really rubbing us the wrong way, let us exercise dynamic love in action, which is compassion. And compassion does not mean sympathy. They're not the same thing. Compassion means recognizing that the other person is the same as you, right? As in, they're also a soul having a different, actually, the soul having a different experience from you, but they're still a soul, and they're doing what is good and right for them, the same way you're doing what is good and right for you, and that is okay, right? There's a huge polarity at the moment. There's a huge dark, light polarity. And that is what we've been dealing with since the dawn of flipping time, is this separation, this division of you're wrong, you're right, this is dark, this is light. We've got to stop that now, seriously. We've got to actually pull together and understand we're all light. We're all light in physical form. We all want the same things. So let us practice dynamic love, compassion, understanding that everybody's doing the best they can where they are according to their belief systems that has been shaped by their journey up until this point. Okay, so when we think of it that way, then it's easier to be the neutral observer. Big one today and tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Let's get some guidance now from the wisdom of the oracle as to how can we navigate this battle, struggle, etc. How do we navigate? What's the hack? Can't make this shit up. We have higher power. Okay. The reason I'm laughing is Spirit is showing me that Monday and Tuesday we're going to be having a come to Jesus moment. So in other words, somebody or something is going to be rubbing you the wrong way today and tomorrow, because you're going to experience an external conflict with your internal reality of what's good and right for you. And when that happens, I'm hearing Spirit say, zip it, okay? Rather be your beliefs in action, okay? Put your beliefs as a behavior, okay? People don't listen to words, people listen to action. It's the human experience. So we're going to have a bit of a come to Jesus moment where we're going to be like, oh, this is testing my patience, okay? Come to Jesus. So give it to God. I'm not saying you need to be all religious. That's not what I'm saying. I'm joking. But Spirit just love. They've got a bit of a sense of humor, and they will give us analogy a lot. The Spirit love to communicate through analogy. So in other words, give it to God. The moment you feel this pop up inside you, and you want to be right, and you want to share your opinion, and you want to give it to God. Just be like, there you go, God. Take it. I can't deal. And scroll on by, or just drive on by, or just walk on by, whatever situation you're in, give it over. Because at the end of the day, we can't convince other people. We can't. The only way we grow as a collective is by personal growth, going through something. The irritation and the frustration, give it to God. That's God's problem, not your problem. Okay, give it over. Okay. Now let's see what further elaboration, what further guidance is here from the Starseed Oracle. Let's see what hacks are here from the Starseed Oracle. Yeah. Sorry, this is such a good reading. It says, none of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. How apt. Okay. Now if you look, there's the Earth. And you just zoom out. And when you look at the Earth like that, you're like, well, you know, what I'm wanting to argue about, or the argument I'm wanting to get involved in, looks flipping insignificant when I look at it like that. Okay, so zoom out, take a step back, detach. There's lots of emotions at the moment. We've got a Pisces full moon at the moment, and this is bringing all the feels. It's bringing all the emotions, okay? Take a step back. When you feel triggered, zoom out. Give it to God. Okay? How apt. Okay. Now let us see, what do we need to surrender? What guidance is here? What do we need to surrender today and tomorrow? What do we need to surrender? This one pops out. I have no words. It says surrender to Spirit, okay? Links to this one. Give it to God, right? It says once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you, right? So when I tune into this here, I'm hearing Spirit say, stay in your own lane in the beginning of the week. Do what you're doing. Do your work. Do your bit to add the good to the collective. Shine your little light, okay? Because what the world needs right now is your little light to shine. That's what the universe needs, because that's what's going to save the day. That's what's going to fix everything, is literally love and light. Okay, the dark is having a field day at the minute, feeding off of fear, feeding division, feeding all the nonsense that goes with it. Let us recognize it for what it is, okay? And let's shine our little lights, and let's give the drama and the nonsense and the upset and all that, I want to use a colorful word, give it to God, surrender it to Spirit, because I don't want to say we're not strong enough to handle it, but we're not strong enough to handle it on our own. We can't take on the dark and the problems of the world on our own, but we can as a collective. When we as a collective shine our little lights, exercise love in motion, which is compassion, and giving it to God. Have a come to Jesus moment, okay? That will help. Okay, interesting beginning of the week. Okay, let's see, middle of the week. What guidance is here? What energy do we have to deal with on Wednesday and Thursday? We have 4 of Swords. If you look at this lady, she's kind of chilling there in her little nest. She's got a little heart with a string attached to it, and she is resting. She's nourishing herself. She is staying the hell away from drama. Okay, so midweek, self-care, and I'm hearing Spirit say that in the middle of the week, the energy that's going to be coming through is very nourishing. So we are going to feel the need to kind of go within, and also self-care is going to come up as quite a big deal. So you might feel the urge to join a gym or do yoga at home, or start a meditation practice. I'm also hearing body sensitive middle of the week, very sensitive. So you might even find when it comes to the foods you eat, certain things, they don't really agree with you anymore. Or you might be craving things that you wouldn't normally. And I'm hearing the word liquids. So middle of the week, try take in more water. If you have a juicer, try do lots of juices or smoothies, because I'm hearing the word recalibrate. So middle of the week, our bodies are shifting now. And the reason we're going to be shifting is because we're going to be holding more light. This whole beginning of the week with all that dark nonsense, we're going to be recognizing for what it is, and we're going to be purging a lot of the dark from our bodies, right? And how we do that, dark can be, in this instance, old traumas, old pains, old wounding, really coming up to the surface to be released. So as we feel it emotionally and spiritually, we see it for what it is. We have a mindset shift, we shift it, and then the body is always the last to follow. So the body is going to maybe ache a little bit, maybe feel tired, sleepy, lethargic, cranky. Shift it with lots of liquids in the middle of the week, and also obviously rest, self-care, self-nourishment, and I'm hearing the words mothering, okay? Very interesting. So very transformative here, beginning of the week, and then when the middle of the week is more to integrate and to release and to purge. Okay, let's get some wisdom from the wisdom of the oracle. What are the hacks? How do we navigate middle of the week? Flexible. So as much as we resting, nourishing, we're also learning to become flexible. Here I'm hearing my guide have a good chuckle here because I mentioned the word yoga. Here we go. So what I'm getting with this here is to navigate the current times, be flexible. Okay, it's not always easy to be flexible. Flexible, going with the flow, not getting all irritated and frustrated the moment there's some sort of change. Okay, be flexible, go with the flow, right? Because once again, I'm hearing we are so supported by Spirit. We are very supported by the universe at the moment. Also physically, time to move your body. I'm hearing Spirit say, have a good stretch. The reason they're saying this is because we're occupying, how do I explain this so that it makes sense? It's like we're becoming bigger. Our energy is expanding at the moment, okay? And our body is only one size, right? But our soul is holding more light. We're expanding. We're becoming bigger and more powerful, right? So we're going to have, thank you, what Spirit is calling growing pains, okay? So middle of the week, expect yourself to feel, well, not expect because we don't want to create it, but you can anticipate it. So in other words, remember this conversation in the middle of the week where if you feel sore shoulder, sore, I'm hearing back a lot. So you might experience a lot of your like back aches, twinges in the back, as well as the lower back and the hips, the hip girdle, the hip cage might feel a little bit iffy, okay? Try and do a little bit of stretching, a little bit of yoga, just get that energy moving because energy settles in a joint, okay? So because we're purging, be flexible, have a good release, you'll feel better afterwards. Okay. Let's see what guidance is here from the Starseed Oracle for the middle of the week. What guidance is here? We have forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. How beautiful is this card? When I look at the picture, it's almost two worlds. It's two polarities, okay? So here, I'm hearing the words choice point. So middle of the week, do we want to be here or do we want to be here? We get to choose. That's what being sovereign is all about. Okay, standing in your power, being the sovereign being that you are, with all this intense energy we have at the moment. And I'm hearing the word culmination. So it feels like at the moment, the energy is so intense and the divide is enormous. There's either dark or light. There's like no middle ground. And at the moment, we do get to choose. No matter what's going on in the world around us physically, thank you, we have power over our inner being. We have control over what's going on in here and what's going on in here. We can choose to be in the poor me, I'm so hard done by, life is awful, everything's gone to shit, my life is falling apart, blah, blah. We can choose to dwell there, or we can choose to dwell in, okay, this is what's happening in the world, but I get to choose how I respond. I can either respond victim, or I can respond self-empowered, knowing that I do have a choice as to how I respond. So we get to decide what we're going to do. Are we going to be a leader or are we going to be a follower? Okay, this is the choice we get to make. Interesting. Okay, what do we need to surrender? What do we need? Oh, another thing I'm hearing with this, sorry. Don't look for leadership outside of you right now. Okay, because let's be fair, a lot of the leaders in the world don't actually know what they're doing. Okay, I think everybody's just trying to do the best they can. Okay, everybody's just trying to do the best they can. Even our leaders, they're human too. We can't put our leaders on pedestals. They're no different from us. They're also humans. Okay, they're also just trying to do the best that they can. So be your own leader, be your own authority, be sovereign within yourself. Awesome. Okay. What do we need to surrender in the middle of the week? This one is sticking right out. It says surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. Okay? That's what that card means. Surrender, regroup. Take some time out for yourself, okay? And be flexible. Things are changing very rapidly. Be sovereign. Who are you? What side of the fence are you on? Okay? Fantastic. Okay, now let's see. I'm curious to see what we're going to be dealing with on Friday and the weekend. Okay, let's see. What is the energetic weather for Friday and the weekend, please? What is the weather for Friday? The weekend, we have the Knight of Cups. When I look at the energy of this card, it's beautiful. There's a very handsome looking guy there with a bunch of roses and he's got a beautiful picnic, and this card is all about whimsy. It's about love, it's about romance, and it's also, I'm hearing the word healing, and I'm also hearing the words hope right? So after this week of intense inner work here, I'm feeling a calm for Friday and the weekend, like a very chilled out, very believing in hope again, believing in good again, right? Believing that love is the only thing that's real, right? There's either love or the lack thereof, right? So I love this energy and I'm feeling into it. It's very calm, it's nourishing, right? Beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, let's get some wisdom from the oracle. What guidance is here? And I'm also hearing healing relationships. Friday and the weekend, lots of healing for relationships. Okay, let's see. This one, we have Yang. This card is about giving, it's about action, it's about taking charge. So, but I'm also hearing the words, be a willing receiver at the same time, okay? So what I'm also getting with this is love in action. Be love in action. Friday and the weekend, how can you be more of who you really are? And who you really are is love in ecstatic motion, okay? How can you be more loving? Where can you give more love? Where can you give more compassion? Never mind to others, but also to your own self, okay? Interesting. Okay, what guidance is here now from the Starseed Oracle? What hacks are here for Friday and the weekend? This one, this card says, Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Beautiful. When I tune into the energy of this card, the Spirit is showing me an influx of light over Friday and the weekend. They're showing me there's some sort of portal or gateway that's very open at the moment, right? I know it sounds woo-woo, but bear with me. I'm just conveying what I'm hearing, okay? So they're showing me this beautiful portal, and they're saying this portal is here because we've asked for it. We've prayed for help. We've asked for help. We've sent out this clarion call for love and assistance. And they're showing that in the weekend, this love and assistance is incoming. This light is incoming. And I'm hearing the words light codes. So we're going to be getting a lot of that towards the end of the week as a result of the very beginning of the week, which is this energy, okay? So put that love and that light energy to good use, but I do hear the word stay very grounded, because whenever we have huge light incoming and love incoming, we can feel very like, ooh, okay, this is new. I don't really know what to do with this. Let's stay grounded. And as a result, we might also see it mirrored in nature as well. There'll be some weather changes and weird weather happening because we're connected to Mother Earth. Mother Earth also feels these things. Mother Earth, remember, when we ground ourselves, Mother Earth absorbs everything that we're carrying and she has to transmute it, right? And then as a result, we can have weird and wonderful earth changes and weather patterns and things like that. So stay grounded, stay rooted, stay connected to earth as we receive these beautiful light codes that are coming through this portal that's opened. Okay, let's see, what do we need to surrender on Friday and the weekend? Oh, that one grabbed my attention right away. Surrender comparison with other people. Interesting. It says, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Focus on you. If you look at this lady, I mean, she is so colorful and she's so authentic and she's so real and she doesn't care who the hell thinks what about her, right? So when I tune into the energy of this now, I'm getting very much be you, because we remember what I'm hearing is we're shifting and changing, we're growing, all this light is coming in, our souls are expanding. So we're going to want to be more of who we really are by default, right? Let it be, okay? Let yourself be who you are now and embrace who you are busy becoming, because that's what the world needs right now. The world needs all of us to be real and to be as authentic as we can and wear our hearts on our sleeves and to just Be real, be ourselves, be real, be ourselves. I'm hearing that loud and clear, because we are seeding the new earth. We are creating a new earth. The old is breaking down and breaking away, and we are becoming the fullness of who we are to create the utopia, or hopefully utopia, better earth, better people, better consciousness, more love, where only love exists. That's what we're all working so hard towards at the moment, and that's why the world looks the way it does. Okay, because this enormous division is there to show us what's been missing, what's lacking, and that's love and compassion. Okay, so very interesting week we have this week. What I love about this week is that we really are remembering who we are. We are remembering that we're connected to the divine. We are remembering that at the end of the day, we don't have to do this all by ourselves. We can give it to God to carry, right? We're remembering that. We are remembering our own sovereignty. We're remembering that we need to look after ourselves because, and to be very kind to ourselves, because we're growing, changing, and expanding. And also, we're going to be receiving so much healing this week. So much healing. Embrace it, embrace it, embrace it. And remember, you are love in dynamic human form. Okay, so be who you were put here to be. Right, so I hope that helps you, and I hope you all have an amazing, happy week, and thank you once again for being here. Sending you so much love. Have an amazing week. Take care. Bye.